Act 5, Part 1 of Cynthia's Revels, or The Fountain of Self-Love by Ben Jonson. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Scene 1. The same. Enter Mercury and Critus.
It is resolved on, Critus. You must do it.
The grace divinest Mercury hath done me, in this vouchsafed discovery of himself, binds my observance in the utmost term of satisfaction to his godly will. Though I profess without the affection of an enforced and formed austerity, I could be willing to enjoy no place with so unequal natures.
We believe it. But for our sake, and to inflict just pains on their prodigious follies, aid us now. No man is presently made bad with ill. And good men, like the sea, should still maintain their noble taste in midst of all fresh humours that flow about them to corrupt their streams, bearing no season, much less salt of goodness. It is our purpose, Critus, to correct and punish with our laughter this night's sport, which our court-doers so heartily intend, and by that worthy scorn to make them know how far beneath the dignity of man their serious and most practised actions are.
Ay, but though Mercury can warrant out his undertakings, and make all things good, out of the powers of his divinity, the offence will be returned with weight on me, that am a creature so despised and poor, when the whole court shall take itself abused by our ironical confederacy.
You are deceived. The better race in court, that will have the true nobility called virtue, will apprehend it as a grateful right done to their separate merit, and approve the fit rebuke of so ridiculous heads, who, with their apish customs and forced garbs, would bring the name of courtier in contempt, did it not live unblemished in some few, whom equal Jove hath loved, and Phoebus formed of better metal, and in better mould.
Well, since my leader on is Mercury, I shall not fear to follow him. If I fall, my proper virtue shall be my relief, that followed such a cause and such a chief.
Exeunt. Scene 2. Another room in the same. Enter Asotus and Amorphous.
No more, if you love me, good master. You are incompatible to live withal. Send me for the ladies.
Nay, but intend me.
Fear me not, I warrant you, sir.
Render not yourself a refractory on the sudden. I can allow, well, you should repute highly, heartily, and to the most of your own endowments. It gives you forth to the world the more assured, but with reservation of an eye to be always turned dutifully back upon your teacher.
Nay, good sir, leave it to me. Trust me with trussing all the points of this action, I pray. Still I hope we shall find wit to perform the science as well as another.
I confess you to be of an apt and docible humour. Yet there are certain punctilios, or, as I may more nakedly insinuate them, certain intrinsicate strokes and words, to which your activity is not yet amounted, as your gentle door and colours. For supposition, your mistress appears here in prize, ribboned with green and yellow. Now it is the part of every obsequious servant, to be sure to have daily about him a copy and variety of colours, to be presently answerable to any hourly or half-hourly change in his mistress's revolution.
I know it, sir.
Give leave, I pray you, which, if your antagonist, or a player against you, shall ignorantly be without, and yourself can produce, you give him the door.
Ay, sir.
Or if you can possess your opposite, that the green your mistress wears is her rejoicing or exultation in his service, the yellow suspicion of this truth from her height of affection, and that he, greenly credulous, shall withdraw thus, in private, and from the abundance of his pocket, to displace her jealous conceit, steal into his hat the colour, whose blueness doth express trueness. She being not so, nor so affected, ye give him the door.
Do not I know it, sir?
Nay, good. swell not above your understanding. There is yet a third door in colours.
I know it too, I know it.
Do you know it too? What is it? Make good your knowledge.
Why, it is no matter for that.
Do it, on pain of the door.
Why, what is't, say you?
Lo, you have given yourself the door. But I will remonstrate to you the third door, which is not, as to the two former doors, indicative, but deliberate. As how? As thus. Your rival is, with a dutiful and serious care, lying in his bed, meditating how to observe his mistress, dispatcheth his lackey to the chamber early, to know what her colours are for the day, with purpose to apply his wear that day accordingly. You lay wait before, preoccupy the chambermaid, corrupt her to return false colours. He follows the fallacy, comes out accorded to his believed instructions. Your mistress smiles, and you give him the door.
Why, so I told you, sir, I knew it.
Told me! It is a strange outrecundance. Your humour too much redoundeth.
Why, sir, what, do you think you know more?
I know that a cook may as soon and properly be said to smell well, as you to be wise. I know these are most clear and clean strokes. But then you have your passages and imbrocates in courtship, as the bitter bob in wit, the reverse in face or wry mouth, and these more subtile and secure offenders. I will example unto you. Your opponent makes entry as you are engaged with your mistress. You, seeing him, close in ear with this whisper, "Here comes your baboon, disgrace him,"
and withal stepping off, fall to his bosom.
And returning to her politely, aloud say, "Lady, regard this noble gentleman, a man rarely parted, second to none in this court." And then, stooping over his shoulder, your hand on his breast, your mouth on his backside, you give him the reverse stroke, with this senna, or stork's bill, which makes up your wit's bob most bitter.
Nay, for heaven's sake, teach me no more. I know all is well. Slid, if I did not, why was I nominated? Why did you choose me? Why did the ladies prick out me? I am sure there were other gallants, but me of all the rest. By that light, and, as I am a courtier, would I might never stir, but 'tis strange. Would to the Lord the ladies would come once.
Enter Morphetes.
Signor, the gallants and the ladies are at hand. Are you ready, sir?
Instantly. Go accomplish your attire.
Exit Asotus.
Cousin Morphides, assist me to make good the door with your officious tyranny.
Citizen, within.
By your leave, my master's there. Pray you, let's come by.
Pages, within.
You by? Why should you come by more than we?
Citizen's wife, within.
Why, sir? Because he's my brother that plays the prizes.
Your brother?
Citizen, within.
Ay, her brother, sir, and we must come in.
Tailor, within.
Why, what are you?
Citizen, within.
I am her husband, sir.
Tailor, within.
Then thrust forward your head.
What tumult is there?
Who's there? Bear back there. Stand from the door.
Enter.
None but the ladies, and their hang-bys.
Enter Fantaste, Philatia, Agurion, Moria, Hayton, and Anites, introducing two ladies.
Welcome, beauties, and your kind shadows.
This country lady, my friend, good Signor Amorphous.
And my cockatrice here.
She is welcome.
The citizen and his wife, pages, etc., appear at the door.
Knock those same pages there. And Goodman Coxcomb, the citizen, who would you speak withal?
My brother.
With whom? Your brother?
Who is your brother?
Master Asotus.
Master Asotus? Is he your brother? He is taken up with great persons. He is not to know you to-night.
Re-enter Asotus hastily.
Oh, Jove, master! and there come a citizen gentlewoman in my name. Let her have entrance, I pray you. It is my sister.
Brother.
Citizen thrusting in.
Brother, Master Asotus.
Who's there?
'Tis I, brother.
God's me, there she is, good master, intrude her.
Make place. Bear back there.
Enter citizen's wife.
Knock that simple fellow there.
Nay, good sir, it is my husband.
The simpler fellow he. Away, back with your head, sir.
Pushes the citizen back.
Brother, you must pardon your non-entry. Husbands are not allowed here, in truth. I'll come home soon with my sister. Pray you meet us with a lantern, brother. Be merry, sister. I shall make you laugh anon.
Exit.
Your prizer is not ready, Amorphous.
Apprehend your places. He shall be soon, and at all points.
Is there anybody come to answer him? Shall we have any sport?
Sport of importance. Howsoever, give me the gloves.
Gloves? Why gloves, signor?
What's the ceremony?
Amorphous distributing gloves.
Beside their received fitness at all prizes, they are here properly accommodate to the nuptials of my scholars,
behaviour,
and to the lady courtship. Please, your apparel, your hands.
Madam Fantaste,
Madam Filiotea, Garden, Signor Hedon, Signor Anades, gentlemen all, ladies.
Thanks,
good
Amorphous.
Thanks,
good Amorphous.
I will now call forth my provost, and present him.
Exit.
Heart, why should not we be masters as well as he?
That's true, and play our master's prizes as well as the other.
In sadness, for using your court weapons, methinks you may.
Nay, but why should not we ladies play our prizes, I pray? I see no reason but we should take them down at their own weapons.
Troth, and so we may, if we handle them well.
Ay, indeed. Forsooth, madam, if 'twere in the city we would think foul scorn, but we would, forsooth.
Pray you, what should we call your name?
My name is Downfall.
Good Mistress Downfall, I am sorry your husband could not get in.
'Tis no matter for him, sir.
No, no, she has the more liberty for herself.
A flourish.
Peace, peace, they come.
Re-enter Amorphous, introducing Asotus in a full-dress suit.
So, keep up your ruff. The tincture of your neck is not also pure, but it will ask it. Maintain your spring upright, your cloak on your half-shoulder falling. So, I will read your bill, advance it, and present you. Silence! Be it known to all that profess courtship by these presents, from the white satin reveller to the cloth of tissue and bodkin, that we, Ulysses Polytropus Amorphous, master of the noble and subtile science of courtship, do give leave and license to our provost, Acolastus Polypragmon Asotus, to play his master's prize against all masters whatsoever, in this subtile mystery, at these four, the choice and most cunning weapons of court compliment,
viz.
the bare accost, the better regard, the solemn address, and the perfect close. These are therefore to give notice to all comers that he, the said Acolastus Polypragmon Asotus, is here present, by the help of his
mercer,
tailor, milliner,
sempster,
and so forth, at his designed hour in this fair gallery, the present day of this present month, to perform and do his uttermost for the achievement and bearing away of the prizes, which are these,
viz.
For the bare accost, 2 wall eyes in a face forced, for the better regard, face favourably simpering, with a fan waving, for the solemn address, 2 lips wagging, and never a wise word, for the perfect close, a ring by the hand and a banquet in a corner. And Phoebus save Cynthia.
Appeareth
no man yet to answer the prizer. No voice? Music, give them their summons.
Music.
The solemnity of this is excellent.
Silence! Well, I perceive your name is Terror, and keepeth them back.
"I'faith, master, let's go. Nobody comes. Victis vicar, victum victi, victe victi. Let's be retrograde."
Stay, that were dispunct to the ladies. Rather ourself shall be your encounter. Take up your state to the wall. And, lady,
Lady Moria to the state.
we may implore you to stand forth, as first term are bound to our courtship.
For heaven 'twill show rarely.
Sound a charge.
A charge.
A pox on't. Your vulgar will count this fabulous and impudent now. By that candle, they'll never concede it.
They act their accost severally to Moria.
Excellent well, admirable.
Peace.
Most fashionably believe it.
Oh, he is a well-spoken gentleman.
Now the other.
Very good.
For a scholar, honour.
Oh, 'tis too Dutch. He reels too much.
A flourish.
This weapon is done.
No, we have our 2 bouts at every weapon. Expect.
Crites within.
Where be these gallants and their brave prizers here?
Who's there? Bear back. Keep the door.
Enter Crites, introducing Mercury, fantastically dressed.
What are you, sir?
By your license, Grandmaster.
To Mercury.
Come forward, sir.
Heart, who let that rag there amongst us? Put him out, an impecunious creature.
Out with him.
Come, sir.
You must be retrograde.
Soft, sir, I am a truckman, and do flourish before this monsieur, or French-behaved gentleman here, who has drawn hither by report of your chartles, advanced in court to prove his fortune with your prizer, so he may have fair play shown him, and the liberty to choose his stickler.
Is he a master?
That, sir, he has to show here, and confirmed under the hands of the most skilful and cunning complimentaries alive. Please you read, sir.
Gives him a certificate.
What shall we do?
Death. Disgrace this fellow in the black stuff, whatever you do.
Why, but he comes with a stranger.
That's no matter. He is our own countryman.
Ay, and he is a scholar besides. You may disgrace him here with authority.
Well, see these first.
Now shall I be observed by yon scholar till I sweat again. I would to Jove it were over.
Crites to Mercury.
Sir, this is the weight of worth that dares you to the encounter. A gentleman of so pleasing and ridiculous a carriage, as even standing carries meat in the mouth, you see. And I assure you, although no bred courtling, yet a most particular man of goodly havings, well-fashioned behaviour, and of as hardened and excellent a bark as the most naturally qualified amongst them, informed, reformed, and transformed from his original citicism, by this elixir, or mere magazine of man. And for your spectators, you behold them what they are, the most choice particulars in court. This tells tales well, this provides coaches, this repeats jests, this presents gifts, this holds up the arras, this takes down from the horse, this protests by this light, this swears by that candle, this delighteth, this adoreth, yet all but 3 men. Then for your ladies, the most proud witty creatures, all things apprehending, nothing understanding, perpetually laughing, curious maintainers of fools, mercers, and minstrels, costly to be kept, miserably keeping, all disdaining but their painter and apothecary, twixt whom and them there is this reciproc commerce. Their beauties maintain their painters, and their painters their beauties.
Sir, you have plaid the painter yourself, and limed them to the life. I desire to deserve before them.
Amorphous, returning the certificate.
Here, this is authentic. We must resolve to entertain the monsieur, howsoever be neglected.
Come, let's all go together and salute him.
Content, and not look on the other.
Well devised in a most punishing disgrace.
On.
Monsieur, we must not so much betray ourselves to discourtship, as to suffer you to be longer unsalted. Please, you to use the state ordained for the opponent, in which nature, without envy, we receive you.
And embrace you.
And commend us to you, sir.
Believe it, he is a man of excellent silence.
He keeps all his wit for action.
This hath discountenanced our scholaress most richly.
Out of all emphasis, the monsieur sees we regard him not.
Hold on, make it known how bitter a thing it is not to be looked on in court.
Slut, will he call him to me yet? Does not monsieur perceive our disgrace?
Heart, he is a fool, I see. We have done ourselves wrong to grace him.
Slight, what an ass was I to embrace him!
Illustrious and fearful judges!
Turn away, turn away!
It is the suit of the strange opponent, to whom you ought not to turn your tails, and whose noses I must follow, that he may have the justice, before he encounter his respected adversary, to see some light stroke of his play commenced with some other.
Answer not him, but the stranger. We will not believe him.
I will demand him myself.
Ah, dreadful disgrace, if a man were so foolish to feel it.
Is it your suit, monsieur, to see some prelude of my scholar? Now, sure the monsieur wants language.
And take upon him to be one of the accomplished. Slight, that's a good jest. Would we could take him with that nullity. Non sapete voi parlar italiano?
Sfoot, the carp has no tongue.
Signor, in courtship you are to bid your abettors forbear, and satisfy the monsieur's request.
Well, I will strike him more silent with admiration, and terrify his daring hither. He shall behold my own play with my scholar. Lady, with the touch of your white hand, let me reinstate you.
Leads Moria back to the state.
Provost.
To Asotus.
Begin to me at the bare accost.
A charge.
Now for the honour of my discipline.
Signor Amorphous, reflect, reflect. What means he by that mouthed wave?
He is in some distaste of your fellow disciple.
Signor, your scholar might have played well still, if he could have kept his seat longer. I have enough of him now. He is a mere piece of glass. I see through him by this time.
You come not to give us the scorn, monsieur.
Nor to be frightened with a face, signor. I have seen the lions. You must pardon me. I shall be loath to hazard a reputation with one that has not a reputation to lose.
How?
Meaning your pupil, sir.
This is that black devil there.
You do offer a strange affront, monsieur.
Sir, he shall yield you all the honour of a competent adversary, if you please to undertake him.
I am pressed for the encounter.
Me, challenge me.
What, my master, sir? Slight, monsieur, meddle with me, do you hear? But do not meddle with my master.
Peace, good squib. Go out.
And stink he bids you.
Master?
Silence! I do accept him. Sit you down and observe. Me? He never professed a thing or charges. Prepare yourself, sir. Challenge me? I will prosecute what disgrace my hatred can dictate to me.
How tender a traveller's spleen is! Comparison to men that deserve least is ever most offensive.
You are instructed in our chartel, and know our weapons.
I appear not without their notice, sir.
But I must lose the prizes, master.
I will win them for you. Be patient. Lady.
To Moria.
Vouchsafe the tenure of this ensign. Who shall be your stickler?
Behold him.
Points to Crites.
I would wish you a weaker. Sound musics. I provoke you at the bare accost.
A charge.
Excellent comely.
And worthily studied. This is the exalted foretop.
Oh, his leg was too much produced.
And his hat was carried scurvily.
Peace. Let's see the monsieur's accost. Rare.
Sprightly and short.
True, it is the French quarto. He lacks but to have his nose slit.
He does hop. He does bound too much.
A flourish.
The second bout to conclude this weapon.
A charge.
Good believe it.
An excellent offer.
This is called the solemn band string.
That cringe was not put home.
He makes a face like a stabbed Lucrece.
Well, he would needs take it upon him, but would I had done it for all this. He makes me sit still here like a baboon as I am.
Making villainous faces.
See, the French prepares it richly.
Aye, this is eclipsed the serious trifle.
Slide, 'tis the horse start out of the brown study.
Rather the bird-eyed stroke, sir. Your observance is too blunt, sir.
A flourish.
Judges, award the prize.
Take breath, sir. This bout hath been laborious.
And yet your critic, or your Basogno, will think these things foppery and easy now.
Or rather mere lunacy. For would any reasonable creature make these his serious studies and perfections, much less only live to these ends? To be the false pleasure of a few, the true love of none, and the just laughter of all.
We must prefer the monsieur. We courtiers must be partial.
Speak, guardian, name the prize at the bare cost.
A pair of wall eyes and a face forced.
Give them, monsieur. Amorphous hath lost his eyes.
I? Is the palate of your judgment down? Gentles, I do appeal.
Yes, master, to me the judges be fools.
How now, sir? Tie up your tongue, mongrel. He cannot appeal.
Say you, sir?
Sit you still, sir.
Why, so I do not I pray you?
Remerciez, madame, and these honourable censors.
Well, to the second weapon, the better regard. I will encounter you better. Attempt.
Sweet honour.
What says my good ambition?
Which take you at this next weapon? I lay a discretion with you on amorphous head.
Why, I take the French-behaved gentleman.
'Tis done. A discretion.
A discretion. A pretty court wager. Would any discreet person hazard his wit so?
I'll lay a discretion with you, Aeneades.
Hang 'em! I'll not venture a doit of discretion on either of their heads.
No, he should venture all then.
I like none of their plays.
A charge.
See, this is strange play.
'Tis too full of uncertain motion. He hobbles too much.
'Tis called your court stagger, sir.
That some fellow talks so now he has a place.
Hang him, neglect him.
Your good ladyship's affectionate.
Odd so. They speak at this weapon, brother.
They must do, sister. How should it be the better regard else?
Methinks he did not this respectively enough.
Why, the monsieur but dallies with him.
Dallies? Slight see, he'll put him to it in earnest. Well done, Amorphous.
That puff was good indeed.
Odds me, this is desperate play. He hits himself with the shins.
And he make this good through, he carries it, I warrant him.
Indeed, he displays his feet rarely.
See, he does the respectively a damnably well.
The true idolater of your beauty shall never pass their deities
unadored.
Arrest your poor knight.
See, now the obliquely, or the Janus, he satisfies all with that aspect most nobly.
A flourish.
And most terribly he comes off, like your rhodomontado.
How like you this play, Aeneades?
Good play, but 'tis too rough and boisterous.
I will second it with a stroke easier, wherein I will prove his language.
A charge.
This is filthy and grave now.
Oh, 'tis cool and wary play. We must not disgrace our own comrade too much.
Signora ho tanto obligo per le favoro resciuto de lai, che veramente desidero con tutto I cor, e remunerala in part, I securative, signora mere cara, che io sarà sempre pronto e severilla, I honora sala. Basico le mane di vo signora.
The Venetian doth this.
most unexpectedly excellent. The French goes down certain.
As buckets are put down into a well, or as a schoolboy.
Truss up your simile, Jackdaw, and observe.
Now the monsieur is moved.
Bo Peep.
Oh, most antic.
The French quirk, this, sir.
Heart, he will overrun her.
Mademoiselle, je voudrais que pouvez montrer mon affection, mais je suis tant malheureuse, si froid, si laide, si je ne sais qui de dire. Excusez-moi, je suis tout vostre.
A flourish.
Oh, brave and spirited. He's a right jovialist.
No, no, Amorphous' gravity outweighs it.
And yet your lady or your feather would outweigh both.
What's the prize, lady, at this better regard?
A face favourably simpering, and a fan waving.
They have done doubtfully. Divide. Give the favourable face to the seigneur, and the light wave to the monsieur.
You become the simper well, lady.
And the wag better.
Now, to our solemn address, please the well-graced Philotia, to relieve the Lady Sentinel. She hath stood long.
With all my heart. Come, guardian, resign your place.
Moria comes from the state.
Monsieur, furnish yourself with that solemnity of ornament you think fit for this third weapon, at which you are to show all the cunning of stroke your devotion can possibly devise.
Let me alone, sir. I'll sufficiently decipher your amorous solemnities. Critus, have patience. See if I hit not all their practised observance, with which they lime twigs to catch their fantastic ladybirds.
Ay, but you should do more charitably, to do it more openly, that they might discover themselves mocked in these monstrous affections.
A charge.
Lackey, where's the tailor?
Enter tailor, barber, perfumer, milliner, jeweller, and feather-maker.
Here, sir.
See, they have the tailor, barber, perfumer, milliner, jeweller, feather-maker, all in common.
They make themselves ready on the stage.
Ay, this is pretty.
Here is a hair too much. Take it off. Where are they, mullets?
Is this pink of equal proportion to this cut, standing off this distance from it?
That it is, sir.
Is it so, sir? You impudent poltroon, you slave, you list, you shreds, you—
Beats the tailor.
Excellent. This was the best yet.
Why, we must use our tailors thus. This is our true magnanimity.
Come, go to, put on. We must bear with you for the time's sake.
Is the perfume rich in this jerkin?
Taste, smell, I assure you, sir, pure Benjamin, the only spirited scent that ever awaked a Neapolitan nostril. You'd wish yourself all nose for the love on't. I frotted a jerkin for a new revenue gentleman, yielded me 60 crowns but this morning, and the same titillation.
I savour no Samsuchen in it.
I am a nullifidian, if there be not 3/3 of a scruple more of Samsocinum in this confection than ever I put in any. I'll tell you all the ingredients, sir.
You shall be simple to discover your simples.
Simple? Why, sir, what reck I to whom I discover? I have it in musk, civet, amber, Phonica bolanus, the decoction of turmeric, Cesana, nard, spikenard, Calamus odoratus, stacta, opobalsamum, amomum, storax, laudanum, aspalathum, opoponax, onantha. And what of all these now? What are you the better? Tut, it is the sorting and the dividing, and the mixing and the tempering and the searching and the decocting that makes the fumigation and the suffumigation.
Well, and do me with it.
I will, sir.
An excellent confection.
And most worthy a true voluptuary. Jove, what a coil these muskworms take to purchase another's delight! For themselves who bear the odours have ever the least sense of them. Yet I do like better the prodigality of jewels and clothes, whereof one passeth to a man's heirs. The other at least wears out time. This presently expires, and without continual riot in reparation is lost. Which whoso striveth to keep is one special argument to me, that affecting to smell better than other men, he doth indeed Smell far worse.
I know you will say, it sits well, sir.
Good faith, if it do not, sir, let your mistress be judge.
By heaven, if my mistress do not like it, I'll make no more conscience to undo thee than to undo an oyster.
Believe it, there's ne'er a mistress in the world can mislike it.
No, not goodwife Taylor, your mistress. That has only the judgment to heat your pressing tool. But for a court mistress that studies these decorums, and knows the proportion of every cut to a hair, knows why such a colour is cut upon such a colour, and when a satin is cut upon 6 taffetas, will look that we should dive into the depths of that cut. Give me my scarf. Show some ribbon, sirrah. Have you the feather?
Aye, sir.
Have you the jewel?
Yes, sir.
What must I give for the hire on't?
You shall give me 6 crowns, sir.
6 crowns! By heaven, 'twere a good deed to borrow it of thee to show, and never let thee have it again.
I hope your worship will not do so, sir.
By Jove, sir, there be such tricks stirring, I can tell you, and worthily too. Extorting knaves that live by these court decorums. And yet, what's your jewel worth, I pray?
100 crowns, sir.
100 crowns, and 6 for the loan on an hour? That's that in the 100 for the year? These impostors would not be hanged. Your thief is not comparable to them, by Hercules. Well, put it in, and the feather. You will have it, and you shall, and the pox give you good on't.
Give me my convex, my moscadini, and place those colours in my hat.
These are Bolognian ribbons, I warrant you.
In truth, sir, if they be not right Granada silk.
A pox on you, you'll all say so.
You gave me not a penny, sir.
Come, sir, perfume my devant. May it ascend like solemn sacrifice into the nostrils of the Queen of Love.
Your French ceremonies are the best.
Monsieur, Signor, your solemn address is too long. The ladies long to have you come on.
Soft, sir, our coming on is not so easily prepared. Signor Fig?
Aye, sir?
Can you help my complexion here?
Oh, yes, sir. I have an excellent mineral fucus for the purpose. The gloves are right, sir. You shall bury them in a muck-hill, a draught 7 years, and take them out and wash them. They shall still retain their first scent, true Spanish. There's amber in the umber.
Your price, sweet Fig?
Give me what you will, sir. The signor pays me 2 crowns a pair. You shall give me your love, sir.
My love! With a pox to you, Goodman Sassafras.
I come, sir. There's an excellent diapason in a chain, too, if you like it.
Stay. What are the ingredients to your fucus?
Naught but sublimate and crude mercury, sir, well prepared and dulcified, with the jawbones of a sow, burnt, beaten, and searsed.
I approve it.
Lay it on.
I'll have your chain of pomander, sir. What's your price?
We'll agree, monsieur. I'll assure you it was both decocted and dried where no sun came, and kept in an onyx ever since it was bald.
Come, invert my mustachio, and we have done.
'Tis good.
Hold still, I pray you, sir.
Nay, the fucus is exorbitant, sir.
Death, dost thou burn me, harlot?
I beseech you, sir.
Beggar, varlet, poltroon.
Beats him.
Excellent, excellent.
Your French beat is the most natural beat of the world.
Oh, that I had played at this weapon.
A charge.
Peace, now they come on, the second part.
Madam, your beauties being so attractive, I muse you are left thus alone.
Better be alone, sir, than ill accompanied.
Naught can be ill, lady, that can come near your goodness.
Sweet madam, on what part of you soever a man casts his eye, he meets with perfection. You are the lively image of Venus throughout, and all the Graces smile in your cheeks. Your beauty nourishes as well as delights. You have a tongue steeped in honey, and a breath like a panther. Your breasts and forehead are whiter than goat's milk or May blossoms. A cloud is not so soft as your skin.
Well struck, monsieur. He charges like a Frenchman indeed, thick and hotly.
Your cheeks are Cupid's baths, wherein he uses to steep himself in milk and nectar. He does light all his torches at your eyes, and instructs you how to shoot and wound with their beams. Yet I love nothing in you more than your innocence. You retain so native a simplicity, so unblamed a behaviour. Methinks with such a love I should find no head nor foot of my pleasure. You are the very spirit of a lady.
Fair play, monsieur. You are too hot on the quarry. Give your competitor audience.
Lady, how stirring soever the monsieur's tongue is, he will lie by your side more dull than your eunuch.
A good stroke. That mouth was excellently put over.
You are fair, lady.
You offer foul, senor, to close. You keep your distance, for all your bravo rampant here.
I say you are fair, lady. Let your choice be fit, as you are fair.
I say, ladies do never believe they are fair, till some fool begins to dote upon them.
You play too rough, gentlemen.
You are a Frenchified fool is your only fool, lady. I do yield to this honourable monsieur.
In all civil and humane courtesies.
A flourish.
Buzz.
Admirable. Give him the prize. Give him the prize. That mouth again was most courtly hit, and rare.
I knew I should pass upon him the bitter bob.
Oh, but the reverse was singular.
It was most subtle, Amorphous.
If I had done't, it should have been better.
How heartily they applaud this Critus.
You suffer them too long.
I'll take off their edge instantly.
Name the prize at the solemn address.
2 lips wagging.
And never a wise word, I take it.
Give to Amorphous, and upon him again, let him not draw free breath.
Thanks, fair deliverer, and my honourable judges. Madam Fantaste, you are worthy object at this next weapon.
Most covetingly ready, Amorphous.
She takes the state instead of Philautia.
Your monsieur is crestfallen.
So are most of them once a year.
You will see. I shall now give him the gentle door presently, he forgetting to shift the colours, which are now changed with alteration of the mistress. At your last weapon, sir, the perfect close. Set forward.
A charge.
Intend your approach, monsieur.
'Tis yours, signor.
With your example, sir.
Not I, sir.
It is your right.
By no possible means.
You have the way.
As I am noble.
As I am virtuous.
Pardon me, sir.
I will die first.
You are a tyrant in courtesy.
He is removed.
Stays Mercury on his moving.
Judges bear witness.
What of that, sir?
You are removed, sir.
Well.
I challenge you. You have received the door. Give me the prize.
Soft, sir. How, the door?
The common mistress, you see, is changed.
Right, sir.
And you have still in your hat the former colours.
You lie, sir. I have none. I have pulled them out. I meant to play discoloured.
A flourish.
The door, the door, the door, the door, the door, the palpable door.
Heart of my blood, Amorphous, what have you done? Stuck a disgrace upon us all, and at your last weapon.
I could have done no more.
By heaven, it was most unfortunate luck.
Luck! By that candle, it was mere rashness and oversight. Would any man have ventured to play so open, and forsake his ward? Damn me, if he have not internally undone himself in court, and discountenanced us that were his main countenance by it.
Forgive it now, it was the solecism of my stars.
The ring by the hand, and the banquet is ours.
Oh, here's a lady feels like a wench of the first year. You would think her hand did melt in your touch, and the bones of her fingers ran out at length when you pressed them, they are so gently delicate. He that had the grace to print a kiss on these lips should taste wine and rose leaves. Oh, she kisses as close as a cockle. Let's take them down as deep as our hearts, wench, till our very souls mix. Adieu, Signor. Good faith, I shall drink to you at supper, sir.
Stay, monsieur. Who awards you the prize?
Why, his proper merit, sir. You see he has played down your grand garb master here.
That's not in your logic to determine, sir. You are no courtier. This is none of your 7 or 9 beggarly sciences, but a certain mystery above them, wherein we that have skill must pronounce, and not such fresh men as you are.
Indeed, I must declare myself to you no professed courtling, nor to have any excellent stroke at your subtle weapons. Yet, if you please, I dare venture to hit with you, or your fellow, sir, Dagonet here.
With me?
Yes, sir.
Heart, I shall never have such a fortune to save myself in a fellow again, and your 2 reputations, gentlemen, as in this. I'll undertake him.
Do, and swinge him soundly, good Aeneas.
Let me alone. I'll play other manner of play than has been seen yet. I would the prize lay on't.
It shall if you will. I forgive my right.
Are you so confident? What's your weapon?
At any eye, sir.
The perfect close. That's now the best.
Content, I'll pay your scolarity. Who offers?
Marry, that will I. I dare give you that advantage too.
You dare? Well, look to your liberal sconce.
Make your play still upon the answerers, sir.
Hold your peace, you are a hobby horse.
Sit by me, master.
Now, Critus, strike home.
A charge. Crites aside to Mercury.
You shall see me undo the assured swagger with a trick instantly. I will play all his own play before him, court the wench in his garb, in his phrase, with his face, leave him not so much as a look, an eye, a stalk, or an imperfect oath to express himself by after me.
Excellent, Critus.
When begin you, sir? Have you consulted?
To your cost, sir, which is the piece stands forth to be courted? Oh, are you she?
To Philautia.
Well, madam, or sweet lady, it is so I do love you in some sort, do you conceive? And though I am no monsieur nor signor, and do want, as they say, logic and sophistry and good words, to tell you why it is so, yet by this hand and by that candle it is so. And though I be no bookworm, nor one that deals by art to give you rhetoric and causes, why it should be so, or make it good, it is so. Yet, damn me, but I know it is so, I am assured it is so, and I and my sword shall make it appear it is so, and give you reason sufficient how it can be no otherwise but so.
Slight Aeneas, you are mocked, and so we are all.
Ah, now, Signor, what, suffer yourself to be cozened of your courtship before your face?
This is plain confederacy to disgrace us. Let's be gone, and plot some revenge.
When men disgraces share, the lesser is the care.
Nay, stay, my dear ambition.
To Haydn.
I can do you over too. You that tell your mistress her beauty is all composed of theft, her hair stole from Apollo's goldy locks, her white and red lilies and roses stolen out of paradise, her eyes 2 stars plucked from the sky, her nose the gnomon of love's dial, that tells you how the clock of your heart goes. And for her other parts, as you cannot reckon them, they are so many, so you cannot recount them, they are so manifest. Yours, if his own unfortunate hoyden instead of hedon.
They flourish.
Sister, come away, I cannot endure them longer.
Exeunt all but Mercury and Crites.
Go, doors, and you, my madam courting stocks, follow your scorned and derided mates. Tell to your guilty breast what mere guilt blocks you are, and how unworthy human states.
Now, sacred god of wit, if you can make those, whom our sports tax in these apish graces, kiss like the fighting snakes your peaceful rod, these times shall canonize you for a god.
Why, Critus, think you any noble spirit, or any worth the title of a man, will be incensed to see the enchanted veils of self-conceit and servile flattery, wrapped in so many folds by time and custom, drawn from his wronged and bewitched eyes? Who sees not now their shape and nakedness is blinder than the son of earth, the mole, crowned with no more humanity nor soul?
Though they may see it, yet the huge estate, fancy, and form, a sensual pride have gotten, will make them blush for anger, not for shame, and turn shown nakedness to impudence. Humour is now the test we try things in. All power is just, naught that delights is sin. And yet the zeal of every knowing man, oppressed with hills of tyranny, cast on virtue by the light fancies of fools, thus transported, cannot but vent the Etna of his fires. 'Tinflame best bosoms with much worthier love than these outward and effeminate shades, that these vain joys in which their wills consume such powers of wit and soul as are of force to raise their beings to eternity, may be converted on works fitting men. And for the practice of a forced look, an antic gesture, or a fustian phrase, study the native frame of a true heart, an inward comeliness of bounty, and knowledge, and spirit that may conform them actually to God's high figures, which they have in power, which to neglect for self-loving neatness is sacrilege of an unpardoned greatness.
Then let the truth of these things strengthen thee in thy extent and only manlike course. Like it the more, the less it is respected. Though men fail, virtue is by gods protected. See, here comes Arete. I'll withdraw myself.
Exit. Enter Arete.
Crites, you must provide straight for a mask. 'Tis Cynthia's pleasure.
How, bright Arete! Why, 'twere labour more for Hercules. Better and sooner durst I undertake to make the different seasons of the year, the winds or elements, to sympathize, than their unmeasurable vanity dance truly in a measure. They agree. What though all concords born of contraries, so many follies will confusion prove, and like a sort of jarring instruments all out of tune, because indeed we see there is not that analogy twixt discords as between things, but merely opposite.
There is your error. For as Hermes' wand charms the disorders of tumultuous ghosts, and as the strife of chaos then did cease, when better light than nature's did arrive, so what could never in itself agree forgetteth the eccentric property, and at her sight turns forth with regular, whose sceptre guides the flowing ocean, and though it did not, yet the most of them, being either courtiers or not, wholly rude, respect of majesty, the place, and presence, will keep them within ring, especially when they are not presented as themselves, but masked like others. For in troth, not so to incorporate them could be nothing else than like a state ungoverned, without laws, or body made of nothing but diseases, the one through impotency poor and wretched, the other for the anarchy absurd.
But, lady, for the revellers themselves it would be better in my poor conceit that others were employed. For such as are unfit to be in Cynthia's court can seem no less unfit to be in Cynthia's sports.
That, Crites, is not purposed without particular knowledge of the goddess's mind, who, holding true intelligence, what follies had crept into her palace, she resolved of sports and triumphs, under that pretext, to have them muster in their pomp and fullness, so that she might more strictly, and to root, effect the reformation she intends.
I now conceive her heavenly drift and all, and will apply my spirits to serve her will. O thou, the very power by which I am, and but for which it were in vain to be, chief next Diana, virgin heavenly fair, admired Arete of them admired, whose souls are not enkindled by the sense, disdain not my chaste fire, but feed the flame devoted truly to thy gracious name.
Leave to suspect us, Crites well shall find, as we are now most dear, we'll prove most kind.
Within.
Orete.
Hark! I am called.
Exit.
I follow instantly. Phoebus Apollo, if with ancient rites and due devotions I have ever hung elaborate paeans on thy golden shrine, or sung thy triumphs in a lofty strain, fit for a theatre of gods to hear, and thou, the other son of mighty Jove, Selenian Mercury, sweet Maia's joy, if in the busy tumults of the mind my path thou ever hast illumined, for which thine altars I have oft perfumed, and decked thy statues with discoloured flowers, now thrive invention in this glorious court, that not of bounty only, but of right, Cynthia may grace, and give it life by sight.
Exit. End of Act 5, Part 1.